Welcome back, Advice Pod. My name is Kyle. This is Rayshawn.
Yo, what's good?
And this is our friend Dave Nair. What's up, Dave?
Yo, what's up?
What's up, buddy? Let's do this thing. We're doing a relationship advice today. It says here, I, 22-year-old male, surprise visited my girlfriend, 22-year-old female, and walked in on her watching TV in bed with her guy friend. What should I do? Yesterday, I wanted to surprise my girlfriend a day early because she was having a rough week with things. I showed up unannounced and walked in on her laying on the bed with one of her guy friends. They were both fully clothed and not cuddling in bed, but the lights were off in the room with the door slightly shut. This was upsetting to me, and I'm not sure what to do. She assures me that they did nothing together, and she would never do anything like that. She felt really remorseful last night and was crying, begging me to stay. The whole thing threw me off and really was unsettling for me. She told me that he came over to talk about the problems she was having this week, and then they started watching TV after. We were supposed to call before bed 30 minutes after I showed up because she thought I was at home. So what that means is 30 minutes after. So they were supposed to call each other before they went to bed, and then they didn't call each other, and he just showed up 30 minutes later. This, I feel, is a key operative sentence in this entire post. He didn't get a good night phone call, and he showed up at his girlfriend's house unannounced.
Yeah.
She never told me she was having him over or anything, and swears that she would have told me when we called to say goodnight. I am sorry if I ranted, but this is still fresh in my head. Thanks. Edit. When asked why she did it and didn't think of me, she told me that it was because she wasn't thinking with everything going on this week. Stress, friends issues, etc. She also thought that it would have been okay because she sees him as nothing more than a friend, and she doesn't see him like that. Ooh, it's a loaded situation, my boys. I'm the old guy in the group by like a decent stretch, so I'll reserve comment. Who wants to start?
Okay, I'll go ahead. Kind of advice I kind of gave on my the first post we did today is basically you just need to do what makes you feel comfortable. Don't do anything that doesn't make you feel comfortable. You know what I mean? So if this situation has you feeling like you can't trust her, then don't put yourself in a situation where you gotta keep trusting her. You know what I mean? Don't, because this situation is a little, it's very suspect. I mean, it's one of the most suspect situations you could ever get. This kind of reminds me of that TikTok situation where you had that I think it was a dude come visit his girl that was in college, and she was like sitting on some dude's lap or some shit, and it was like a whole song or shit. So
okay, I don't know the TikTok you're talking about. I never go there because I'm old. But
no, it was like a whole trend for like a long time.
I remember the trend. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, man, the best thing you could have did in that situation is just you should have fought the dude to the death, because I mean that's the only thing you could have gotten in that moment. The only way you could have probably got the real truth. You know what I mean? Because other than that, it's like hearsay, because
that dude to the death.
Because I mean, like, what else? It's like, man, you gonna really lay up in her bed knowing that? Like, yeah, I have to go. It's too much thinking, and I'm always with what makes you feel comfortable. Don't allow somebody to mess with your emotions, because that's one thing I hate is people who are purposely trying to mess with you to make you do things that jump out of your character. So don't do that. My advice would be leave that bitch.
Dave?
Yeah, I got, so my advice is kind of totally perpendicular. Like, I agree with everything Rayshawn just said, but I also I had two specific thoughts. One that I think is like kind of direct that you could do, which is, so and that too. So I've been in a similar position before. I've had an ex who was just very, very friendly. But like, one of the things I think that's a very direct thing you could do is talk to the guy. Like, like and like let it be known to him, and it might be easier said than done, but let it be known to him that like, hey man, I'm not really comfortable with that. So like, I'm going to talk to her for sure. I'm going to tell her, but like, if you're doing this, I want you to know I'm not cool with it either. So like, you're like, if you continue to, you and I are going to have beef.
He gonna be like, take your punk ass back to Kansas, nigga.
You're like,
You
why the
know what
fuck
I'm
you showing up at my
smashing.
girlfriend's house unannounced?
I guess
weirdo.
in my head, as I was saying that, I realized that like in my head, this is a guy who's my friend as well. If it's
You know what I mean?
if
Yeah.
it's not
I mean,
a friend of yours, then it's like, get the fuck out. What are you like? I'm trying to. I don't.
bro, we was just watching TV, bro.
But there's another thing that I think is also like, it's not, I don't know if it's directly said in the post, but like for me, it hurt a lot whenever that peripheral kind of situation happened, which was like, he mentioned she was having a lot of trouble. She was having a lot of like problems that week, and that he was trying to come and save the day. And it sucks when you show up, when you like sacrifice something and you showed up, and then you just find somebody else there. And not only that, she's having a great time. Like I've done that before where like I rush into the room thinking that my girlfriend is panicking or something like that. And I walk into a scene of her laughing. And it's a little bit betraying. It's like, yo, you made me think that you were freaking out this week. You made me think that I was coming here to help you. And like now I find out that you're just having a good time with one of your guy friends.
Yeah, you should have did. Things. You should have shut that door and changed the movie. There's gonna be some screaming in here, motherfucker.
All right, there's a few things that really stand out to me in this post. First of which is what we were just talking about: is the problems that she'd been having throughout the week. Hey man, you're having a bad week. We all have them. You want to have your boyfriend come over and fucking talk about it. You want to talk about it on the phone, whatever it is. This dude tried to do a nice thing for her, and granted, I think showing, and I'm gonna get back to this in a minute, but showing up to try to surprise somebody, all right, intentions, I'm guessing, are pure. I hope.
You surprising your girlfriend. I mean,
yeah, it's your girlfriend, right? But so that's the first thing. She has this terrible week and does not run or try to confide in him about it or vent to it to him. It's instead this other dude friend. So that's one kind of weird thing right there. Two, he says we were supposed to call each other before bed. 30 minutes after we didn't call each other for bed, I showed up at her house to surprise her, which makes me feel like dude was either overly paranoid and suspicious, or maybe he had a reason to be overly paranoid and suspicious. Maybe he had suspected things in the past. Third thing is, if it was genuinely just like a, hey, yeah, we're watching a fucking movie. He's over there. I'm over here. Yeah, door's kind of ajar. Lights are off. We're not touching. We're not naked. You could try to talk that one out and just be like, I don't know, I'm just hanging out with my friend, dude. Like I have a female friend that I have a relationship with with, where we're probably not sitting on the same bed, but we're sitting within a few feet of each other. We're fucking sharing joints and we're watching a goddamn television show or a movie together.
But I do think that's an important distinction. I don't want to cut you off.
No, you're right. Go ahead.
Converse. Like, I do think that's an important distinction. Like when I first read this, one of the terms that came to mind is like in Rick and Morty. I don't like the term beta, but like in Rick and Morty, they use the term beta in a very specific way of like a guy who's waiting for the girl's boyfriend to leave, and then he swoops in. And like that type of behavior is not cool at all. And you were just saying your friend, I don't think you would ever be sitting on the same bed as her. And so like sitting on the same bed and stuff, that's already like, yo, man, we both are guys. We're thinking alike. What are you doing? Like, I'm going to get mad.
Yeah, in my friend's case, if we were sitting on a bed together, it's because we're ripping the same bong. But also, I've known her since she was 7 years old, and she's like literally my sister. So a little bit different there. But honestly, if I was this dude, the fact that this girl reacted the way she did to her boyfriend's sort of accusation with the tears, it's like my question for those tears is this: are you crying because you're upset that I want to leave you because I think this?
Are you sorry you got caught?
Exactly. Are you upset because you got caught? Are you crying because I caught you in a weird situation and you don't know how the fuck to get out of it except cry your way out of it? Either way, these kids are both 22. They're literally kids. go your separate ways, dog. Go your separate ways. Because if this is what she thinks is the okay version of being in a relationship, I don't know. I wish they did give us the context of how long they've been together. Has this been a month or has this been a fucking year? You know, if it's been a month, all right, maybe, you know, you were thinking too highly of the girl, too early into your relationship. If it's been a year, it's a straight up fucking fact of disrespect on her part.
Don't take that disrespect, King.
Well, and I
Goddamn
also
right.
got the impression this was like the first time this happened. So I go
First
back
time
to
that
the-
it's happened that he's caught them.
okay, that's true. That's fair.
That's exact. You got to think that's exact thought that's going through your head. No matter if this the first time, second,
Okay.
this the first time, bitch, you got caught. I'd be so mad. I think she fucked everybody in the school after that. I'd be like, every person that waved and gave me fist bump coming up here, you fucked every lad. Oh, now I got to kill everybody in the school. Jesus Christ.
You see, the funniest thing about all the shit that Rayshawn just said was his internet cut out and like he froze for a while, but his audio continued to come through pretty clear as day.
Yeah.
He's just like frozen doing a head shake, but like
Oh,
saying
wait.
all this shit at the same time. It's probably not going to look like that in the final edit, but damn, do I wish it did.
That was so funny.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the advice for this week, dude. I don't think you're wrong to leave this girl. Let us know what you think about this weird kind of situation down in the comments. If you haven't liked the video already, please do that. It only helps with the algorithm. Subscribe. We're trying to work toward that next subscriber goal. And make sure that you come back in tomorrow for Thursday's advice. Thursday's advice is a hypothetical situation in which I've spent so much time thinking about, not just today, but I mean over the fucking years. Where did we all go wrong? And I'm going to fucking fix it when tomorrow we talk about getting the opportunity to fist fight anyone in history, past or present. And I'm going back to the past, bitch. I'm going back to
in history. Okay, that's
1979. 1979. I'll see you tomorrow for more advice.
And remember, don't be a butt cheek. Boom.